Hello everybody, my name is Eric Thompson, your friendly Siberian Husky owner with your request for kennel or crate training. Yes, it is finally here. Kennel and crate training will take today. Now, just to let you know, this may be a 3 or 4 part video, so make sure that you tune in to us for the other parts, okay? So the first question is, when do I use a crate or a kennel and for what training? Good question. I would recommend that you use a crate or a kennel training for potty or house separation anxiety, okay? If you want to potty train a dog, crate training will be the way to go, okay? It will teach them to use the bathroom outside and not into your house, okay? And for separation anxiety for those older dogs or younger dogs that while you're at work or out to a movie or whatever you're doing, that you're not in the house, you have those dogs that are continuously biting and chewing up things. Now, that has a lot more to do with another thing, with exercising, toys, mental stimulation, and not just crate training, but crate training is the process that you help them with. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to dive into the home separation anxiety with the dog today, but we'll get back to that on another day. So let's start with, what size crate should you get for your dog? Well, Siberian Huskies typically get anywhere for your females 45 to 60 pounds, give or take, and your males get anywhere between 55 and 70 pounds, okay? Those are the Siberian weight ranges. Now, you do have different size kennels for your dogs, but I would recommend to save you a lot of money to get the size that you would need for your dog to be an adult. Okay, so you're going to need maybe the largest or the second largest size that they have for a kennel, which is a kennel about this size. Now, you're going to get a kennel that is about 46 inches, 42 or 46 inches in length, okay, and about 32 to 42 inches in height, okay? So, your dog should be able to fit in your kennel sitting down, laying down, without your dog doing this, hunching his neck when it sits down in the kennel. It should sit down perfectly fine with it sitting up top. Now, you all remember my favorite dog, Lana, and she is with us today. She's kind of been in her little mood today, which is okay, but she's still going to be our assistant. Now, one thing you want to learn with your kennel is that some kennels just have one entryway. Some kennels have 2 or even 3. Please be advised on what entryway that you need, because you need to ensure that each entry is able to lock. Okay? Now, remember, what you're about to see Lana do is going to take some time. You're not going to be able to just say kennel and your dog walks it. Okay, stay baby, not yet. You're not going to be able, your dog is just not going to be able to run to the kennel, okay? Lana actually doesn't use the kennel anymore because we got past that stage, okay? And that's the stage that you ultimately want to be able to get. But at one stage, you want to teach them how to potty train, and then you want to teach them on the command. When you say kennel, they go right to the kennel. Okay, Lana, kennel, kennel. Good girl. So as you can see, she is on 4 paws standing up. She is sitting completely on her butt without hunching her neck over. That is the size kennel you want. If they are hunching their neck over, the kennel is too small. Okay, so as you can see, perfect height for your kennel, for your dog. Now remember, they are smaller, and you can get smaller kennels if you want to, but remember, they start off around $39.99 American dollars, and then that's your smaller one, and they go up about $20 each size. So when you get to this size, this will be about $119 to $129, give or take, at PetSmart. Okay, Lana, come on, good girl, good girl, good baby. Okay, so now, some kennels, you're going to have a divider, and that's the kennel that I recommend, because when you puppy train, you're going to want your kennel not to be full open. Well, Eric, why don't you want your kennel to be completely open for a puppy? Good question. Dogs are very clean animals, and they don't like to sleep and lay in their own poop or urine. So therefore, what they will do as a puppy is they will pee down this end and sleep down that end, just so they won't be in the same area. Part of potty training is that you want to make sure that they don't do that. So use what they don't like to do naturally to your benefit, okay? So you're going to get a divider, which is basically, if I was to take this door gate off, that's what your divider looks like. It has a hook here so that it can fit in any section of your gate, anywhere that you need it to be. Now, when you have a divider, you want it to only be about an arm's length to lay this way, as in widthwise, but you want it a half an arm distance lengthwise. Okay? So if you were to put your kennel in there, your divider would be right around here if you have a pup, a brand new pup. Okay? If you have a very pup, as in 10 weeks old, when you're around, allowed to have your pup weaned from the mom, you're gonna want it about this part here. So your kennel, and now will be this big to the dog, to your puppy. Okay? So when you divide it, that teaches them to, hey, you're not gonna want to poop and sleep in your, sleep in your poop and pee. So you're teaching the dog to go with its natural instinct. They're going to hold it as much as possible until they have to go. Now remember this, with puppies, I believe the rule goes for every month they get older, they can only hold it up to 10 or 15 minutes per month that they get older, okay? And then it leaps bounds when they get to adults. They have learned how to control their bladder. So if you have a 9-hour day and nobody's home with your pup, you may want to get somebody you trust to come over your house frequently to come and relieve your pup, okay? At least once every hour at the minimum, okay? Remember, having a puppy is a lot of responsibility, okay? And it's your responsibility. If you don't want to have to clean up your dog laying in pee and poop and smell like that when you get home, then have someone to relieve it. Obviously, we don't live in a perfect world. If you don't have that, then it's going to be bound to have some accident. Okay. So, the first thing you do when you have your puppy, put your divider in, okay? Put your puppy in there, leave the gate open, just kind of let them go in and out. This helps with that anxiety and locking up position, okay? You don't want them in there and just slam the gate on them and then they'll cry and whine because it's all sharp. Just put the divider in there, put them in there, just let them wander around, and then, constantly let them go in and out. You can help them go in and out as well, okay? One thing I recommend you do not do with kennels at all, okay? Do not put food and water in your kennels. Toys are okay. Food and water are not. What you are tending to do is you are teaching your dog how to become food aggressive. They'll become territorial because now this is where they go. This is their food. This is their water. You bring another dog, if you get another husky or any breed, you bring them in there, they get near their food, they become very aggressive because this became their domain, okay? So that's how you get them to be territorial, and that's how you can accidentally get them to become food aggressive, okay? So no food and water. Toys are good, food and water, no. All right, the next thing you want to do is when you put your kennel in, you're going to have to ensure that they are all snapped together correctly. All your edges need to be snapped together. Now, once again, I had to learn through trial and error because Siberians are very intelligent dogs. Okay? First thing I didn't do was put a lock on here. I thought that, hey, this thing already have a hatch, so it should be good on its own. Well, Lana just kind of nudged and nudged and nudged and nudged and nudged, and one day, pow, popped it open. I caught it on camera. This is how I found out how she got it open. So, when you close this and you secure this, you might want to get a lock or something just to ensure that this doesn't open. Alright? So, that's going to be part 1. Please tune in for part 2. We're going to take a small break. Be back with you. Thanks.